I'm Benny, the bike mechanic at the UCI World Cycling Centre. Together with me, I'm with the athletes from the Women's Continental team.
Hello, I'm Gabriela Lopez. I am from Colombia.
Hello, I'm Serkalem from Ethiopia.
Today we'll be looking at the 5 essential steps that you need to take, whether you've been riding your bike for a long time or your bike has been sitting in the garage for quite a long time. And these are the steps that you'll need to make sure that your bike is ready as a rider before you go out on the ride, and making sure that it's all safe for you to go on the bike. One of the essential steps that we're going to be looking into today is the tires. It is very important for you to inspect your tire all around on your bike. Like this, you ensure there is no cuts or any holes on your bike. And the reason being, most of the times, is to make sure that for the future, you don't have any trouble with your wheel. It is also important for you to understand that there's a tubeless setup and an inner tube setup. With a tubeless setup, you can run a lower pressure, and with the inner tube setup, you can go higher with your tire pressures. The characteristics of the rider also, together with the weather conditions outside, that influence the amount of pressure that you'd run on your bike. The second essential steps of checking if your bike is ready for a ride is going through the brakes. We will check this in 3 simple steps: squeezing the brake lever, checking the pad wear, and checking the disc and rotor alignment. You can check the brake levers to make sure it does not touch the handlebar. By this, it makes sure that there's no air in the system. However, if it touches the handlebar while you're pressing, this needs to be regulated. Make sure the brake rotors are not producing any unusual noise. This could be caused by contaminated brake pads and a damaged rotors. Now we're going to start checking and looking on our brakes. To ensure that the brake rotor together with the brake pads are in good condition, it is important to measure the friction surface of the pad and not including the back plate of the whole pad. When we measure, the minimum brake surface of the friction material is 0.5 millimeters, whereas for the rotor, the minimum braking surface of the rotor on its own is 1.5 millimeters. So checking the wear of the pad, it is important to understand that the back plate is always in place. So you take your caliper with your pad, you measure the whole pad together with the back plate, and then you have the number. As soon as that is done, you open and then you measure the back plate on its own, and making sure that you have the right measure. Like this, you can do the mathematics and you subtract 1.54 from 4.03. And like this, you know that your pad is still in good condition. For more information on the brakes, we have a dedicated episode explaining everything in detail. The third step of our essential steps is the chain. We have a visual on the cleanness and the stiffness of the chain. Like this, we know that the bike is ready to go for a ride. If ever you want to put more chain loop, you are more than welcome to do so. However, by doing so, you also are welcome to clean off the axis with a nice clean cloth. Like this, is no more excess dirt that is attracted to the chain. And of course, we can go more deeper on the next episode with how to take care of your chain and make sure that the maintenance is properly done. The fourth step of our essential steps is the drivetrain. Make sure that you go through the gears, shift each gear at a time, pause in between while pedaling and turning the cranks. Like this, you listen for any skipping or any sounds that they come through. However, if you start hearing any sounds or any skipping within the chain, visit your nearest Shimano service center. Like this, your chain and your bike can be taken care of. And finally, our fifth step of the essential steps is the general safety of the bike. There are specific talks that are given to each and every single component that comes in your bike. And it's also important for you to know the talks of your stem, seat post, seat clamp, and your wheels. Like this, you know that they're properly tightened. Okay, girls, now that you've checked your bike, are you ready to go riding?
Yes, we're ready.
Okay, cool. Now you should be ready to ride. If you need deeper maintenance on your bike, you can visit your nearest Shimano service center. Click on the link below.